Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. The Secretary General has a few remarks. He won't be taking questions at this time. I will be here at 12 o'clock.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As you will have seen by now, earlier this morning, I was pleased to announce that the Geneva Conference on Syria will take place on Wednesday, January 22nd, 2014. At long last, and for the first time, the Syrian government and opposition will meet at the negotiating table instead of the battlefield. I want to express my profound gratitude to the initiating states, the governments of the Russian Federation and the United States, other member states, as well as a joint special representative, Lakhdar Brahimi, for their hard work through many long months, indeed years. I understand that Joint Special Representative Mr. Lakhdar Brahimi will speak to the reporters in Geneva a bit later. This is a mission of hope. We go with a clear understanding. The Geneva Conference is a vehicle for a peaceful transition that fulfills the legitimate aspirations of all the Syrian people for freedom and dignity, and which guarantees safety and protection to all communities in Syria. As we have a clear goal, the full implementation of the Geneva Communique of June 30th, 2012, including the establishment, based on mutual consent, of a transitional governing body with the full executive powers, including over military and security entities. The fighting has raged on far too long, with more than 100,000 dead, almost 9 million driven from their homes, countless missing and detained, and terrible violation of human rights. The war continues to send tremors through the region and has forced unacceptable burdens on Syria's neighbors. I expect all partners and parties to demonstrate their support for constructive negotiations. All must show vision and leadership. Even though the conference will take place in about 8 weeks, all parties can and must begin now to take steps to help the Geneva Conference succeed, including toward the cessation of violence, humanitarian access, release of detainees, and return of Syrian refugees and internally displaced people to their homes. As I have repeatedly said, the only way to truly end the violence and suffering is through an inclusive Syrian-led political process. The war in Syria remains the world's biggest threat to international peace and security. It would be unforgivable not to seize this opportunity to bring an end to the suffering and destruction it has caused. I understand that you may have many questions in this regard, but I'm sure that Lakhdar Brahimi will be able to answer at least some questions in Geneva. I thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.